Hey, Rocky Point. I wanted to share with you a couple of things regarding the coronavirus. As more and more cases are reported, it seems like there's been two main kinds of reactions. On the one hand, you have people reacting in fear, panicking, and overreacting. On the other hand, you have some people who are downplaying the virus or even denying the facts about it. On the one hand, you have too much concern. On the other hand, you have not enough concern. Both of these are problems, and the Bible offers a better way. First of all, remember that as representatives of Christ, we need to be people of the truth. So don't believe everything you hear, but also don't dismiss everything you hear. Second, instead of responding with fear and anxiety, we should trust our sovereign God. He is in control, He is all-wise, and He loves us. Third, instead of downplaying or denying, we need to accept the truth. And we should love neighbor in response. We need to not just think about how something like this may or may not affect us personally, but also our role in helping keeping others safe. So let's talk about some practical implications for us as a church. We don't want to overreact in fear, but we also need to recognize that there are physically vulnerable people among us and in our community. Older people, younger people, people with compromised immune systems. And while some of these practical suggestions might seem annoying or uncomfortable, I would ask you to think of them as small sacrifices that you can make to love neighbor. So first of all, know that from a leadership and staff perspective, we are doing everything we can to make sure that our facility is clean and safe, especially when it comes to our children's ministry environments, the nursery, and the WeSchool. Second, this Sunday we'll be taking the Lord's Supper together, but you'll notice that things look a little bit different. We will continue to worship as we planned, but we want to make sure we do so in a way that minimizes the chance of any virus or sickness spreading. Third, I'd like to ask you to take some steps, some practical precautions as we consider the gathering in the coming days. First of all, if you are one of those physically vulnerable people that I was talking about, feel free to stay home. Know that we love you and we'll miss you, but we don't judge you. And know that we'll have a live stream available of our service on Facebook that you can watch. Second, if you or your child have been sick, or if you've been exposed to someone who is sick, we would ask you to stay home. Third, for those of us who do gather, let's remember to wash our hands and keep our hands clean. We have hand sanitizer available at key places in our facility. And then lastly, I would ask if you would refrain from physical contact such as hugs and handshakes. Now, I know that most of the time those are considered expressions of love, but for the time being, let's love one another by not hugging and shaking hands. I look forward to worshiping with you on Sunday. We will gather. We'll trust our sovereign, loving, wise God, and we will love one another well. We'll see you Sunday.